Hey guys and girls, welcome back to Colonise. It's been a while since we've done a video, mainly because there's been a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. I was ill for a better part of 2 weeks, and I didn't really get much done in that time. But I am kind of back to like 95% health now. And yeah, we've been working on a major system for build for Eureka. So it's kind of the main feature of build 4 is the research system. So the research system will allow the player to research buffs for their colony. So here's an example research on the right side of my screen here. So we have the name of the research, we have a description, and then we have a time. So the only thing a player needs to research something is a lab and time. We don't charge them anything else. We have prerequisite research. This is a basic research. It's unlocked immediately. Then we check if it unlocks a building. So this is water recycling. It's actually unlocking a new building in the game called the water collector. So we're taking the concept of recycling wastewater, which is something that happens a lot in living in space, or it's going to happen when you live in a colony where resources are limited. You want to maximize the resources you have. So recycling wastewater is something that's done quite a lot. So for now, we've kind of got the concept of a water collector, which will, in theory, collect wastewater from the colony and produce water for you. For this research, it also unlocks other research, so it unlocks expanded water recycling, and then there's buffs. So if I go to hydrogels, this is just a research which doesn't unlock a building, but unlocks a buff for the colony. And as you can see here, we have one buff, which is water usage bonus, and we apply 5% to that. So basically, I've redone all the maths on colony resources. So when we do resource ticks, we now check for buffs, and we try to apply percentages based on the buffs that have been acquired via research. And as you can see here, we've got various different kinds of oh, you can't see that on your screen. That's interesting. There's quite a few different types of buffs that we can unlock. So there's all the resources have a production and a usage bonus. So you know how much you produce and how much things cost. We have stone and plastic production bonuses. We have bonuses to all the home interests. We have research time bonus, so it would take less time to research something. We have supply drop bonuses, so you'd get more supply drops from a drop. The supply drop and population drop cooldowns, we can reduce those. Construction time bonus, because that's something that's going to be added in soon. And energy output bonus, so energy generators produce more energy. So yeah, that's a few things we kind of got unlocked that we can unlock with buffs, and they all work in game. So we haven't done extensive testing for this, but the system just kind of it didn't really all work until like it was all in place, and it's kind of come together today. So we had to we have to test it when it's kind of all working and in one piece. So we'll play the game and we'll note that we have a lot less buildings unlocked. So we have the solar panel, we don't have the wind turbine anymore. We have the science lab, but we don't have anything else. So we have Colony Hall and Road, but we're missing like the Xeno Miner and the Space Hotel and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a solar panel first, just to keep our energy to keep going. And we're going to go ahead and build a science lab. So this is going to pop up an alert pop up, which I still need to fix. And it also unlocks the research button for us. So we click this, we get a new piece of UI. This needs to be changed, but it'll be fixed in future. Basically, this is the research screen. So it shows what we're currently researching, and it'll also have a timer here if we're researching something. And then if I click on any of these things, it will give me information about this specific research. Like hydrogels, we just looked at that in the editor. Here's the information presented to the player. We can see the research is called hydrogels, and then we get information about the research, and also how long it's going to take for that research to take place. Now, I've actually added a kind of debug feature that means all researches take 5 seconds. So I'm going to click research. It's going to research the hydrogels at the top of the screen, but it's only going to last about 5 seconds. So as you see, 5, 4, 3, we're researching hydrogels, 2, 1, and done. We see research complete, blah, blah, blah. And we also note that the hydrogels button has now become green. So if I click on somewhere else and then come back to hydrogels, we can no longer click on that button. We have information that says this research has already been completed. You don't need to worry about it. Cool. So let's have a look at a research that has perhaps other researchers unlocked, like the air conversion tech. So I need to adjust this slightly. It's a bar thing. But yeah, air conversion techniques improves the wavear's capabilities by unlocking a standard wavear. It's going to take 420 seconds, but it will take 5 for our testing purposes. And we'll note if we hide this, research complete, and we get a little kind of research blip to indicate it's done. And we can see that a new button has popped up. So air conversion text is done, and advanced air conversion techniques is unlocked. And we can unlock the large wavear. So I'll go ahead and do that. And this will all update live as well. So if you have the research UI open and you unlock new research or a new button, that will appear live. The text will turn green in front of you, so you kind of get an idea of what's going on. So yeah. So you can see here we've unlocked the wavear with air conversion tech, and advanced air conversion tech has unlocked the large wavear. So let's just test that that's correct. There we are. So I've added all the new structures into games. There's about 35 new structures been added into the game. However, they don't all have their own models yet, although the wavear should do. I need to check that. But yes, oh, it does have its own model. It's the icon that's wrong. As you can see here, we've unlocked a wavear and we've unlocked a large wavear, and they're in the game. And actually, you can see that actually in game they do have their own model. They're just resized. So you can see there's a difference between a standard wavear and a large wavear. They're just a bit bigger. And you can see the energy system is working just right. Have enough to build another? No. Okay, never mind. But yes, that's kind of what's happening at the moment. And as you can see, research is kind of working nicely. We can unlock other researchers. We can unlock buffs for our colony. We can unlock structures. And as you can see, it only requires us to build the lab initially to just kind of go ahead and research things. One thing we can't do is go ahead and research another thing at the same time. We can see our research is in progress and stuff like that. So, yeah, space tourums isn't done. Okay. Yeah, and stuff happens. So I need to do some other fixes, but yes, that's kind of where we're at. I believe that's incorrect. We have found the bug. Okay, so it seems that if I try to research, so let's see, yes, external surveys is showing as research, but it isn't. And colony tours is showing as research, but it isn't. So that's a bug. But yes, in the most part, it's done. So that's the research system. It's pretty simple to use, and I'm going to add a few lines. So when buttons pop up, you'll see lines between researchers and stuff, so you can see how they're kind of unlocked. And we may end up converting to kind of icons for most of these researchers, just to kind of compact the space a bit. And we may expand out the size of this research UI in general, just to give us a bit more real estate. But that's the research system. It took a lot of work to kind of get it all in place. Like I said, it was just kind of a big thing because we had to unlock various things, and yeah, it's all in place, and it's working pretty nicely at the moment with a few bugs. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with Colonise Eureka. There's still a few other things we've done. We've fixed a few bugs that we've noticed, and some of the feedback we got from build 3, like the resource bar here. We've added a solid color. I've changed the colors on the tick numbers now, so they show green or red, so you can get an idea of whether you're gaining or losing resources, that kind of thing. And just generally, we've tried to make it a little bit visually easier to give yourself an idea of what's going on. So that's Colonise, build 4 Eureka. That's kind of a first look of the research system in our build 4. There's a few other things we've got to do. I have to find models for about 20 new structures because they need their own unique models. In a lot of cases where we have upgradable structures like the wave bars, the hydroponics, Moxies, where we have basic, standard, and large. We've just increased the original model size, but in the case of Moxie, I think we'll find that we'll change the model slightly to make it look a bit better than just a slightly bigger version of the original. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Still lots of progress to work on. I suspect we've still got a bit of time until we have a release. There's still bug fixing need to be done and models need to be made. But yeah, it's coming along nicely, and I'm really happy now that the whole research system has kind of come together and is working for the most part. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining me, and we'll catch you next time.